the game of the weekend in many people's eyes. You have a 3-0 Buffalo Bills led by everybody's leading MVP Canada, Josh Allen, traveling down to Baltimore to take on 8 is great Lamar Jackson and the 1-2 Baltimore Ravens. But everybody knows that the Baltimore Ravens are much better than the 1-2 record that they have. So the battle of the MVP, current MVP, and everybody's new favorite for the 2024 MVP. Baltimore has shown some complete lapses on defense over the past several weeks, while on the other side of the ball, Buffalo has shown some offensive juice that the Saints had for the first 2 weeks of the season. So we are going to see two Titans on Sunday night, ladies and gentlemen. And again, every time that we have a big Baltimore game, the best person for us to bring on to the show is to talk about Baltimore's chances is our great and illustrious producer, Jordan. So, Jordan, if you would, good sir, they're coming to your house Sunday night. Big game. Big game. I mentioned the lack of defensive cohesiveness that your team has shown in the last quarter over the past several weeks. Bruh, what do you have to do to make sure that you come out of Sunday night around midnight 2-2 instead of 1-3?
Man, I'll tell you what, this is another test for the Ravens. Obviously, we failed the first test with the Chiefs, was week 1, but this is going to be prime time, right? Everyone's going to be looking at this. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, they're marching, right? They're 3-0. Josh Allen, he's thrown 7 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. So not only are they playing good, but they're playing really, really efficient. And one thing that the Buffalo Bills are doing is they're scoring touchdowns when they get the ball, right? They haven't had a game yet this year under 30 points. So the Ravens are really going to need to put some pressure on Josh Allen, force some 3-and-outs, get the ball away from them. And also, I'd like to see a defensive turnover. Maybe we score a touchdown on defense, but at least take that ball away from them, put the offense in a position to put some points up on the board. But we're going to have to do something because these Bills aren't anything to play with right now.
That they are not. Griff, Josh Allen, as it was mentioned in the chat, yes, we are talking about the MVP 4 weeks in. Josh Allen has shown, as Jordan just mentioned, that he is really focused on cutting those turnovers that he has historically had out. Why? Because Joe Brady is the offensive coordinator, and he has really shifted the priorities away from not having to target big-name receivers like we've done in years past with Stephon. We mentioned on Tuesday's show that Josh Allen is playing free football. He doesn't have to worry about that peer pressure. Do you think Baltimore has the defense to stop a powerful Buffalo offense, like Jordan just mentioned, putting 30 points up a game based off what you've seen from last week's comeback or almost comeback from the Cowboys and the week before when Baltimore handed the game over to the Raiders in the fourth quarter in Baltimore?
I mean, the answer to your question, yes, they have the defense to do it, but that again, having the defense to do it and actually going out there and executing is two different things. Mm-hmm. They showed in the first half of all those games that they had the ability to do it. But what I really truly feel people ain't talking about is, and we talking about Josh Allen, but one of the reasons why the Buffalo Bills look so scary to me right now is their defensive play. Their defense been playing some football, and it ain't been. I mean, when you sit up there and you holding people down like Tyreek Hill and Waddle and all those guys. I mean, regardless of who backed up, and I know you're gonna say, well, Tua was out. Man, by the time Tua was out that game was already over with. So we can't really say it was because Tua being out. They was already up, about almost 30 points when Tua went out the game. So I just, like we said Tuesday, he playing freely. He don't have nobody in his ear. I think it's going to be really hard for the Ravens to stop what Buffalo got going on right now.
So let me play, offensive one team. Just kind of pour a little bit of spice to both of your arguments, right? You say Buffalo's offense. Both of you said Buffalo's offense has been prolific. Griff made a highlight of how impressive the defense is. Well, got it. They came back against Arizona in week 1. Okay, and Arizona is still figuring themselves out. So I'm not going to put Arizona at the top of the NFL, tier to say that, well, that was an awesome comeback and an awesome win. Week 2, injured Tua, but they were still up. So that showed you that they are the beasts in the East, in the AFC. Week 3, they beat down a Jacksonville team, if I remember correctly, that can't spell victory. Now, week 4 is their first test because you not only have the MVP, the reigning MVP, but you have a Baltimore team that even at 1-2, everybody is still scared to get on the field and play against them because we know Baltimore is much better than that 1-2 start. It's just circumstance and they did it to themselves type of situation, but they have the ability to hang 40 up on that same defense from Buffalo and have the ability, if they play for 4 straight quarters at home and play smart, making the right defensive calls, it'll translate to a stalemate between themselves and Josh Allen because Josh Allen is not going to run over the Baltimore defense like he can do almost everybody else. Baltimore brings that, defense to the game as well. Jordan?
Hey, let me say this right fast, Jordan. Let me say this right fast. You said a whole bunch of ifs. You know where I'm from? What they say about ifs is if was a fifth, we all be drunk. Well, show it to me. All I can go off is what I done seen. Show it to me. If it was a fifth, we all be drunk.
There weren't that many ifs in there. I mean, I told you about the offensive success has come against lesser teams. This is their first real challenge.
I got you. Hey, Jordan, make sure y'all make a reel. Go back so Drew can see how many ifs he said in there.
Okay. I just marked it. Don't worry.
Let's go ahead and pick this game.
I got the Buffalo Bills.
I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to pick first. I'm picking Baltimore. Why? If the defense show up down Josh Allen, up 30-plus points, they are going to represent the Raven Nation the way that Ray Lewis wants them to do it. So Baltimore will win this game at home and give Buffalo their first L of the season.
I got Buffalo by two scores.
That's what you said about the Cowboys Saints game too.
Hey, it is what it is. Troy said Negro Dumbers is at it again.
You know how we do. I'm assuming, Jordan, you're going to roll with the home squad?
Anything less would be uncivilized.
Anything less civilized. Who you got, Griff?
Buffalo, man. I told you, Buffalo.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, mark that down. That is definitely going to be a real when the score at the end of the night is 38-17, Baltimore.
My man.
Mark it. Negative Odamas. All right, man, let us move on to